What is going on, everyone? Diskin Young here. So in this video, what I'm going to do is show a past flip that I've done. One of my favorite flips I have ever done, and you'll see why. I'll kind of talk about what the reasoning in. It wasn't the biggest profit or anything like that, but it was my favorite flip I've ever done. So I'm going to go through the before and after pictures and all that kind of stuff, kind of show you guys what we did and the numbers behind it, and how much it costs to do certain things, and then the profit afterwards. So stay tuned and look at. All right, so here is the house. This was in a really good neighborhood and not too bad on the outside. So what we did here, the roof was fine, everything like that. It is vinyl siding, so when we painted it, we had to use special paint to make sure that it worked with the vinyl paint. Other than that, just did a lot of landscaping and yard work, so the outside wasn't too bad on this house, actually. Here is the back of the house. Again, more just landscaping, everything like this. The total exterior cost of the house was a little over $3,000. That's all we spent on the exterior, and most of that was for painting. But other than that, it wasn't all that crazy bad. Just clean up, landscaping, paint, things like that. So not too bad there. As we go into the inside of the house, this is as you first walk into the house. Clutter, the floors were really nice fir floors, and we did, as you'll see here in a little bit, refinish those, but it's more just a little bit of clutter and just needs some love, some updating and things like that. This has been owned for quite a long time and hadn't really been touched for a while, so it just needs some help getting updated and bringing back some life into it. So that is the after photo of it. As you can see, redid the floors, did staining on the floors, paint, new lighting, patched a lot of walls. The walls were pretty hammered. All new doors, all new hardware, all new trim. Had to replace a couple windows, but for the most part the windows weren't too bad in this house right there. This is from a different angle from the other side. As you can see, a huge picture window, skylight, that kind of thing. So again, just did a lot of hardware and stuff like that. Paint on the inside of that. The total cost for the paint, it was around $650 for the living room and main areas there. And here's another part here. I like to do some sort of woodwork in a lot of my houses, so that mantle was a custom built mantle for this house specifically, and redid the rock and the stone all around that. So yeah, the mantle matched perfectly to the floors, and the way we stained that was pretty cool, I thought. I like to, we opened up the kitchen a little bit. And this is the beginning of the kitchen. So this is what it looked like before. Pretty rough shape. It was by far the worst. We went back and forth on this, like, what should we do in the kitchen? Should we try to salvage some of the stuff? It had an actual okay layout, but should we try to salvage? What should we do here? And we ended up gutting the entire thing. So rather than trying to save anything, we decided, hey, you know what? There's a little bit of work on the floors that need to be done anyway. This is going to make more sense to just try to scrape it, start from the beginning, and completely redo it. So every single thing in the kitchen was brand new. And that is the after photo. So this is what we came up with. I went with dark cabinets, granite on the countertops, cool backsplash, all new appliances, new lights, new window. It was kind of tricky to try to get that vent in for the kitchen, but we figured it out. And so you can see a little bit before and after here of, again, what we actually did, which is kind of cool. So the kitchen was by far my favorite part of this, and it was actually the biggest cost by far. So it cost us a total of about $8,500 just for this kitchen. So this was the other side of the kitchen. On the other side there, they actually had the washer and dryer inside the kitchen. You can tell it's an old house when that happens. And, you know, old plaster walls and things like that. Just everything looked old, and the floor was rotten below that washer and dryer. It probably leaked at some point. So what we ended up doing was taking out that washer and dryer and just making that a little picture window and an eating area over there, and just put all brand new tile across the entire floors in the kitchen there. New lights, new trim, new paint, fixed up the electrical there. Other than that, didn't have to do it too much, but moving that washer and dryer to a different spot was critical for this house, just because it was functionally so weird before. So this is a little family room, what used to be, I'm guessing, the garage. And you can see on the left what it used to be, all old and very cold inside because it wouldn't have any insulation or anything like that. Then we just changed it. We put carpet down there. We added a vent. That bathroom was a little half bath, which was cool in this house. This used to have two doors. In the left picture, you can see two doors. And we changed it. I took out one of the doors so I can make actually a laundry room space, which is this right here. So used to have a closet and then this awkward storage space. Broke out that wall that you can see in the left side of the photo and just made one big laundry room area. Put some new flooring down, new baseboard. Used that bathroom, that half bath on the other side of that wall for the water there, so that wasn't too hard to move over. And then just had to get some electrical in there for that. Didn't have to do a ton in the bedrooms. This is a big picture of one of the bedrooms. They had just finished painting all the bedrooms, so they're this nice white. Just had to fix up the windows and do a little bit of trim work in here, but the bedrooms are all pretty easy. And that's why I say I kind of like this flip and not a ton of like structural things to do. So this was after refinishing the floors, just added a ton, added some new lighting in there to make it more bright inside and open it up a little bit. But didn't have to do a ton in the bedrooms overall. So there was 3 bedrooms in this house. All of them are the same as this. They all looked very similar. So here is the bathroom before. I felt kind of bad because the owners actually just put this tile in the bathroom, and it had, you can't see in this photo, but it had leaves on it, like indents drawing of leaves, and I guess it was pretty expensive tile to buy, but it just did not look good. Luckily they did do tile floors in there, and that looked good, so we kept that. Kept that tub, just cleaned the heck out of it, add some storage in there, and things like that. But yeah, here's afterwards. So ripped up that entire tile, even tiled the ceiling in this bathroom here. Kept the floors the original, added lights, added that vanity, added the toilet, but yeah, added the new tile inside the tub, which was just funny because they were talking, they were kind of bragging when I bought it. Oh yeah, we just put this nice tile in, and it was just real ugly. So took that out, put some travertine tile on the walls there. This was about 2 years ago, just to let you guys know. Year and a half, 2 years ago, I would say, was this flip. So just again, here's another photo of the whole process of the kitchen. So some of the numbers for this, ended up spending a total of $22,000 on this entire flip. My estimation in the beginning was 20 to 25, so actually one of the few times you actually stay completely in budget here. So that was good, stayed in budget. The kitchen was by far the most expensive part of this rehab, which honestly, typically that is the case. The bathrooms and bedrooms usually are the most. This bathroom actually didn't cost me a ton to do because it was mostly just tile and moving fixtures and things like that. So the tiles, I already had some tile extra, so it was about $400. So the total bathroom was only about $700 total. But the kitchen was by far the most expensive part. And then this family room actually that you're seeing right there, that was tricky to do as well. That was a more expensive job to do. Didn't know how to deal with the steps in there and things like that, so that was hard. And this laundry room area was actually a little bit more expensive than I wanted to do. So the total family room and laundry room area combined were about $4,000. So if you add it all up, I actually ended up spending $22,000 on the total rehab. Bought this project for not $315. We bought this flip for $220. Put about $22,000 in it, but all holding costs ended up being about $34,000. And then the sales cost of when I went to sell this house was about $16,000. So I ended up selling this for $338,000. And then after all the costs and everything like that, it made about $66,000. So total profit on this project was about $66,000. I will take it. It was not too hard of a flip. It was more cosmetic and things like that. It was a fun one to do. I thought it looked really good afterwards. So that is why I would say this was my favorite flip I have done. All right, thanks guys. Until next time.